Yeah, let's do it.
It's easy to sum it up. We're talking about practice.
Because it's about as casual as it gets.
What's the problem now?
That's a clown question, bro.
I think we ought to see them beating in at least.
World champions! Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
Philadelphia, looking as only you can look. Woo!
Here we go.
I would have guaranteed that AJ would be the one that wants to dump it on Sirianni.
Let's see.
And Devontae, and either way.
Uh-oh. Good move there.
Oh.
Great maneuver.
A little okey doke.
The best shower Nick Sirianni will ever have.
And now, welcome to the Philly podcast, brought to you by the Broken Bell Network. Tonight, the boys break down the defensive battle that was Week 10 versus the Packers, and a look ahead to Week 11 in a massive NFC matchup. The 6-3 Lions meet at Financial Lincoln Field for the 7-2 Eagles. All this on another national game of Sunday Night Football. Now, here are the boys, Chris and Eric.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Philly podcast. I am Eric Perugini. That is Chris Lahiff, still in some Halloween mode right there. So we're going to be discussing the Eagles' Monday night barn burner of a defensive struggle against the Green Bay Packers, where the Eagles grinded out a 10-7 victory over the Pack. And so we'll do a quick recap of the game and some other stuff. Oh, and did I say we are brought to you by Broken Bell Network and Monkey's Uncle? But I didn't, but I did now. So, Chris, how are you, pal?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm doing good. How we doing, gentlemen?
Living the dream. Did you almost run out of your blood pressure medication on Monday night?
I just listen. I don't mind defensive battles. It just it is what it is. And for people to think that the Packers defense isn't good, like they were good before they got Micah. They got a little bit better, but
okay, a little bit better.
Well, no, I don't. I misspoke. But I can't.
They're a defensive monster, and I think it's overlooked highly. I think people, I don't know, they wanted to see domination. Is that what you guys expected to see? An absolute domination?
The Eagles were 1.5 point. The Eagles
Right?
were 1.5 point underdogs for a reason.
Right. They weren't even projected to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't wasn't expecting domination. I expected a win, but I also didn't expect to see what we saw. I didn't expect a defensive game the way we got. I really didn't.
I'll tell you what I didn't expect to see.
What's that?
Howie Roseman looking like a goddamn genius with trading for Jalen Phillips. Holy shit! I got nothing. That third round pick, like you said last week, fuck that pick. So I mean, that was a good move. It was a good move. Now, this move, I don't want to play like not devil's advocate or Debbie Downer, but it is interesting now. I mean, they're going to have to make a decision in the offseason between Jalen Phillips and Nolan Smith. Both of them aren't staying. One's going to go.
Yeah, I think you also have like the Jalix Hunt question now, right? Like, doesn't that pop into like him showing hints and glimmers of greatness is kind of like, I don't think that was on the defensive bingo card this year. Not for me.
Yeah, it was yeah, I mean there's a lot to go on with this upcoming offseason when it comes to defense. I mean, yeah, Brandon Graham looked great when he came back, but we know he's not coming back next year. This is like, still got some of that stuff in the tank. He's just trying to get rid of.
and he played well. 10 snaps. I thought he played very well.
He blew up that one play in the backfield. Unfortunately, he didn't get a stat for the tackle for like a yard or whatever. But he doesn't blow that up. Who knows what happens?
Right. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, they have a lot. Like with the edge, like at one point it was looking like a very bleak, defensive edge like room. They didn't have a lot going on there, and now you got a lot going on, and they seem to find a way to get these guys in there. Like they found a way to rotate them. So I was excited about that. Like I thought defense played well. Like you said, Phillips was worth more than that third-round pick that they got him for. He looked really well. He looked really good.
He was the best defensive player in the field for both teams. He was supposedly on a snap count, and that was a bold-faced lie. Lied straight to our face. I'll take it all day.
Yeah.
But, he was supposed to be on a snap count. He wasn't. He was in on that 4th and 1 that wouldn't have counted anyway, or they would have had the punt anyway, but it was 4th and 1, and he got back there and they were able to force the fumble. He was a monster. I think if we didn't have to pay Jalen Carter this offseason, I think they could be able to keep up both. I don't know how much Nolan Smith's going to demand on the market. He's got a little bit of an injury history. Didn't really come on until last year. But wait, no. Nolan Smith. No, you're thinking of Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean's new. Look that up, our producer. I'm pretty sure. I thought Nakobe Dean, unless they were both drafted the same year, because I don't know, they were all Georgia players. They were all Georgia players.
I'm not. Yeah, no. I'm not talking about Dean. I'm talking about Nolan Smith.
Nakobe Dean is also a free. I think Nakobe Dean is a free agent after this year.
So Nakobe Dean is a unrestricted free agent in 2026. Okay. And Nolan Smith is, I believe, also a 2026. So no, he is signed through 2026, and he has a club option in 27. He's unrestricted in 2028.
All right, so that they'll pick up his club option, unless they extend him. I don't know if they can. Like you said, I don't know. I know we're printing up money, but I don't know where it's coming from.
So it put him in perspective defensively. He is one of our cheaper defensive signings. He gets the most money out of this contract in the last and final year, which is looking at 2.4 million.
Jesus Christ.
So
it's a rookie deal.
Right. So
I know it just sounds comical to say it.
He is obviously one of our cheapest in position. Aside from a few other rookies on a current, deal. But there's no details on the club option in 2027. I'm going to assume it's probably for double his last year. So he might hit 5 million in that 2027 year.
Listen, if they get to the Super Bowl this year, and it's a big piece, big piece of it. Like he's a big piece of it. He might hold out. I don't know what he'll do.
Well, let's see. Yeah, so in 2020,
was he a first round pick? Was he the 30th pick or something?
Yes, he was first round, 30th overall in 23. Yeah, so I'm looking at his cap number right now. Go to overthecap.com.
I love that
2020, page. It's the best. 2026, he's going to be 25 years old. All right, his base salary is $2,385,000 and change. His prorated signing bonus is going to be like 1.4 mil. Guaranteed salary is going to be the $2,385,000. His cap number is going to be $3,815,000.
Fucking ridiculous.
It's 1.24% against the team's cap. That's nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
That's absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
What so I just like we'll get back to the game in real quick. But if who do you resign if you had given the choice? Hey, like right now you're Howie Roseman. Do you stay with Phillips if he stays healthy, or do you go with Nakobe Dean? I don't know. Nakobe Dean's going to get his money. I think he's going to.
Oh, Nakobe Dean's a flat out stud.
I mean, Nakobe Dean is worth even less on this current contract at 0.6% of the team's cap.
Right.
Will he get paid out? Yes. But the most cap that he is to this team right now is not even $2 million. Let's throw that out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I don't know. I mean, Nakobe Dean is, he's good. Like they literally have these young guys that they drafted, all these Georgia Bulldogs. They're all good players. They really are. They're all good. And it's in a situation like that. I don't want to be Howie Roseman because he's going to have to make some tough call.
I don't know, and I just look at the fact that like people sit there and they get on Howie and they get on like you know they're like, I can't believe Howie just gets lucky. He hits on the toughest division in college football. It's the SEC. It's literally the justice. Literally the justice. I'm about to call it the Justice League. So we got some people chiming in. Somebody knows Keith here.
It's probably one of my students. Which, yeah, I'm looking right at their names. That's Nye Guy, Nadir. These are my awesome. This is my awesome fifth class. I love these kids. They're awesome.
Mr. Newman, get out of here with that Mr. Newman stuff. You call him Newman, Nadir.
They all know it's Newman. They don't ever say Mister. They're just trying to be respectful on a podcast.
Don't do that shit. We don't you ever
guys
break character.
School's over. Stop it. Okay.
I was going to say respectful on this show. Come on,
You better turn that shit off.
So do you really think that at the end of the day, the Eagles are even coming close to being worried about these rookie contracts? I feel like there's going to be definitely a defense. Like, we know we're going to hit a brick wall. Like this is, if anyone knows about our finances or anything like that, we're about to hit a brick wall. I do not think that this defense, that these 2-3 players you're talking about, is going to be the dent we think they're going to be. I just don't.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the one thing you always have to worry about when you have players of this caliber that are literally playing this well at such a young age in the NFL.
Yeah,
they've got, and not to mention they have Super Bowl rings. They have Super Bowl champion under the resume already, and like you said, you're going to hit a wall because now you have to choose who is the more important piece to keep or pieces. So, like I said, this is where I don't envy being Howie Roseman because he's got a lot to do. And with Jalen Phillips, is he going to be a rental? That's the other thing.
Yeah, and there's also like these guys. Whoever's been drafted in 22 or whatever, they know nothing but winning. Like you had the hiccup in 23, and they still won 11 games, but they know nothing of winning. Like 14 games in 22, 11 in 23, 13 or 14 last year, and 4-0 in the playoffs. These guys know nothing but winning. And I don't know, and I don't think that, anybody's going to go on a team-friendly deal. But if you can somehow sway these guys into, hey, this is what you're going to get from the Eagles. But you are now on a franchise that has 2 Super Bowl wins. If they repeat, you're going to get endorsements. Like, and that was like, it's not going to happen, but like that was like the thing that happened in Dallas with Dak when he demanded a new contract and he supposedly shook on it.
Right.
You know, the thing is he shook on it, and he got, Dak already had the Pepsi deal. He already had the TV deal. I think
This
it
is
was like
Philly,
satellite.
man. They're only getting a Cure Auto deal. Stop it. Okay. I wanted to bring this comment up because this is also happening or being spoken a lot, I think, on social media right now. I see that Patullo awful. Sirianni throws the offensive coordinator into the fire every year. Sometimes they are just going to burn. Do you think Patullo, guys, is a problem? Do you see this not being a complete blowout being a problem? And was Patullo I can hear an argument for the offense is stale. Sure, we can listen to those comments. Those seem valid. But what do you guys think about this Patullo's doing a terrible job rhetoric?
I don't know.
He's not impressing me. I'll say that. He's not impressing me at all.
I mean, he's not impressing you. The offensive line isn't playing up to par. Obviously, we're not able to get AJ Brown involved. I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and blame Patullo. I'm not going to sit there and blame Kellen Moore. I'm not Kellen Moore had one good season as the Eagles' offensive coordinator. He had Saquon Barkley. I think Kevin Patullo needs to clean a couple things up. But what else do you want from? Did we get so greedy from Week 5 of the 2024 season where the Eagles literally blew out everybody except the Rams in the playoffs?
Yeah,
and losing to the Washington game. Did we get that greedy because we just
Yes.
stomped on everybody? But the NFL isn't like that. You make amends. You make you make changes. You make how you play defense. Listen, the offensive line has sucked. Juergens isn't there. They've been in and out. Lane Johnson was in and out of the game on Monday.
Yeah, not having Cam Juergens is obviously huge. It's a huge adjustment.
And listen, let's just get it. The Eagles played in one of the hardest stadiums in November. It was 9 degrees outside, and they walked out with a 10-7 win. They didn't lose. Jalen made the play when he had to. Saquon made the play when he had to. The defense made the play when he had to. I don't want to hear it. They won. What I want to hear is people sit there, look at the game, and I understand there is pressure. There's pressure on both sides, but Jalen gets the hate. I don't ever want to, excuse my language to all of Newman's kids, I don't ever want to fucking hear the comparisons about Jordan Love ever again. He can't read a fucking defense. He can't. I don't care if the Eagles had pressure on him. He can't read a defense, in my opinion. And Nadir, I think you misspelled RB. Oh, wait, no, that says QB. Oh, my bad. Whew. I thought that said RB. Yeah, dude, Jalen Hurts, everyone's better than Jalen Hurts until it's time to beat Jalen Hurts. It's all it is.
So I the conversation is how he's not considered a top 5, where everyone else after their rookie year gets anointed elite now, right? Or one great season and all of a sudden they're elite, but with nothing to show for it, right? No rings, no championship, right? So
not even a conference championship win,
right. Not even a conference trophy or ring there. So I think Nadir, I think you're getting caught up in this whole new scheme of what's fresh and hot gets called elite, but you're forgetting the fact that guys like Jalen Hurts have evolved, right? His 5th season, 4 years of starting. He was terrible with turning over the ball. They said work on it. My man has become a machine at not turning. Has it made him conservative? Yeah. Does it make for some boring football? Sometimes. Yeah, sure. Does it produce wins? Hell yes.
Yes, it does.
Right.
Here's my point. What's his name? Jamar Chase. He's due $41 million this year. And everyone's like, I can't believe that Cincinnati can't keep their quarterback healthy. Why? You got guys who working at Walmart and Aldi blocking for him. Why are we shocked? Why are we shocked that Joe Burrow is like the dude from Necessary Roughness? Blow the whistle, blow the whistle, blow the whistle. Why are we shocked at this? You know, the Eagles finally got a team full of good characters, like on crazy side, good side, funny side, mean side. But we don't have the character who's like, I need to be the highest paid player on the team, in the league. Jamar Chase is making $41 million. He's making $10 million less than Jalen Hurts. Think about that.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man.
And he's got no Super Bowl rings, and people are shocked as to why.
Well, that's also the other thing that gets me when it comes to like Nadir asked if we felt that Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in the league. I say yes because he's beaten all the big names. He's beaten them. I don't care if his stats aren't sexy. He throws 174 yards, but he has 4 touchdowns. I don't care. It's how he plays the game. It's how he wins games. He does things different. He is a completely different breed of NFL quarterback. And does it absolutely blow my mind and piss me off that it takes 4 quarters for these guys to turn it on? It does. It's mind-blowing. It's maddening. It's mind-boggling.
Did you say mind-boggling?
Yeah, it's like a bottle.
I always called Jalen, or I kind of liken Jalen, didn't call him, but I liken him to the Marshawn Lynch's of quarterbacks, right? He is not there to talk to the media. He is not there to discuss what he can do better for the team if you don't have anything to contribute to the team. And so that is a huge turnoff to media, and they will create and evolve storylines on their own. I think everybody knows that, right? The less you talk to someone, the more they'll try to talk about you type deal, right? It's just a classic. The media will troll, because if not, there's no story and nothing to talk about.
But look at Josh Allen. Josh Allen just lost to the Miami Dolphins, and he lost to a guy too who's got more concussions than Billy Bob from Varsity Blues, and he's getting 0 hate.
Well, I don't live in Buffalo. I don't live in Buffalo. I don't know what is going on up there.
You just lost to a guy who throws up gang signs every time he gets hit because his brain shuts down.
Oh, geez. What's that called? When you go prone? Is it? No, not when you go. What's it when you put your hands up in the air like you just got shot? From a concussion?
Oh wait, what?
No, there's definitely
CTE.
It's definitely like a move. Like it's always terrible to watch because it looks like it's someone starting the zombie apocalypse from someone. But
you just got Damar Hamlin.
Let's Sean. Sean never. Sean will never miss a Varsity Blues reference. That's good for you, dude. So let's kind of segue this into the I think the bigger story. Do you guys agree because I think we're talking about the fans and where they're getting this mentality from. Do you think any of this is possibly being I'm just gonna say shit stirred by AJ Brown and the way he feels?
He's trolling us.
While I hear you, I think you're missing the point that guy is all offense. That's a different mindset. I think people need to know in football, when you're on offense, you don't tend to think about the entirety of the team. You just want to produce, and you think you're the guy to do it.
No, I think AJ Brown's issue is AJ Brown is like, this is a team sport. You need to get me involved. We can't rely on the defense to bail us out all the time.
Right.
You know, and I have no problem with him coming out and saying like that. Like, yeah, you can see. You know, like, people are sitting there like he was on a Twitch stream the other day talking about, oh, just cut me, this and that. Like he's playing around. Like, but
well,
I also
if you have him in fantasy football,
drop me.
Yeah,
and I also think he's like, he wants to help the team win. He and that's the thing is like he understands that aspect of it. You know, like for people to sit there and say he's miserable and this and that. Since the guy came to the Eagles, he's been a 3-time All-Pro, or a 3-time Pro Bowler with Jalen Hurts. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's got 1. I don't think and I think his contract is pretty nice. I don't think he's hurting. Like, I think he's trolling, but I also think he wants to help the team contribute because you don't want to put all that on the defense. You don't want to be the Baltimore Ravens of the early 2000s.
No, I get you on that. He did just say, he did make some comments today that were kind of like, you could tell he is frustrated. But then again, like, I don't know how that's going to play out on the field with him. There's a lot of people that are saying that, like, he didn't really put a lot of effort into that 4th down play where where Jalen threw him the ball and he didn't, like, go up for it to try and battle it out. But then before that, you saw him blocking for Saquon. Like, he literally went out there and he said after the game, that's my job. That's part of my job. Because they were like, oh, he was being asked about it. And he said, no, he said, no, that was more Saquon than me. He said, I was doing my job. So, I mean, I see and hear his frustration.
He threw a pretty decent block for Saquon.
He really did.
Yeah.
He really did. He got him like another 5 yards with that block, like 5-7 yards. He's definitely, and Sean here is right, he's allowed to be frustrated, because he's not as involved and he feels that he should be, but not sure how much of this team wants to keep dealing with that come the offseason, and Sean makes a good point with that. If you can't get him happy and he's going to keep like having these going on Twitch streams, saying, oh, if you have me in fantasy, just cut me, because this shit's ass, they're eventually going to say, okay, look, you're falling out of that character that we want on the team. Like, this team is coming from, you had guys like Fletcher Cox, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Graham came back. You had guys in that team that were character players. You didn't see them acting like he's acting right now with his comments. So it's going to be difficult come the offseason. I think as long as he's out there on the field, he's going to do what it takes to help win games. But I think Sean's onto something here. Like, I really have a feeling that come this offseason, he may not be here come next year.
I do think there is an expiration date on those antics, right?
Yep,
so as
absolutely.
much as it might be trolling, as Chris thinks it is, and but there is a shelf life. There is only so much that I think even Jalen will be want to deal with it himself as he is trying to keep a team together.
Right.
So yes, it's fine while we're winning. Here's how I believe this. If we were actually losing and he was doing this, this story would have much bigger legs than it currently does.
Right.
Fair.
I agree with that. That's fair. Fair statement.
Winning solves everything, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's it's funny too. It's like everyone says, oh, you don't see your flaws when you're winning. Really? Eagles are going to sit here and say, hold my beer, because they're winning games. Meanwhile, there's glaring issues that are going on, and Jalen just sitting there looking at everybody going, shut the hell up. We won the game. So it's like,
and that weird. Shows you his maturity, right? Because a couple years ago in 2023, he allowed that to that same type of, we were winning, but there's a problem. And I think he gave it oxygen when he shouldn't have. Right, he acknowledged it, and I think that became a
thing.
Yeah, it became a 5-game losing streak.
It was like 5 or 6.
Yeah. 6-game losing streak.
Yeah.
So
I'll say this.
I think there is a maturity growth there, and I like to see that in Jalen. Best part about defending Jalen Hurts from the beginning is never having to say sorry about it now.
Right.
These fans who are all over AJ Brown, and can you imagine? This is what I need, and I think we all deserve this. I need an interview with AJ Brown doing sit-ups in his parking lot, in his driveway. How does everyone feel about that?
I would love to see him answer questions about how he really feels while doing hot ones. just doing the wins and seeing the questions. And Sean just kind of piggybacking. Despite all of this, there were fears that this was 2023 all over again, but it does feel different, right? And I do think they're fine, Sean. I think we kind of all do. Anyone who really knows statistically about football and isn't just going to be and the whole they should have destroyed the Packers. I don't know what teams you're watching. That was a very tough matchup on paper. So much so, even Vegas said the Eagles were going to lose that game, or at least called it a push in terms of Vegas, at 1.5. But there seems to be more answers that makes this feel different, right? There seems to be better responses, and for people who say, if you're shutting down AJ, why isn't Barkley running up and down the field? And if you're shutting down Barkley, why isn't AJ catching bombs? So I do hear that, right? But there's more moving parts on a field than just those two guys and how coverages work. I don't want us to. Philly has gone nuts. Do you guys agree? Philly has, ever since we won the Super Bowl, we've expected the Phillies to win every game 103-2, right? And we expect the Flyers.
It's bullshit that they didn't.
So we have this really weird amped up expectation in the city right now, and I don't know why we're doing it to ourselves as fans. Just stay realistic. It's still the sport. This is still the professional top of tier of sports.
We can't help it. We just can't help it.
Can't help it.
We just can't help it.
I love it.
We can't be happy. We just can't be happy with it.
What's the name of Sean's book?
Yeah, no one likes us, and we do care.
And we do care, we do, right? And so I think this is where we take ourselves. We've gone through a parody of too far of taking ourselves too seriously when it comes down to sports.
I'll give you that.
Make sure you go buy it.
It's a great read. It's a great read.
Christmas is coming up.
Yeah, Chris, you could buy me that and send me my championship belt at the same time. There you go.
You don't have your belt still? That's a shame.
Well, he's got to get the nameplates made. So shut your mouth, because my nameplate isn't made either. So
Jesus. And so I don't know if there's a solution to how anyone feels about AJ Brown. I think we all have an opinion about this. He's going to continue, I think, to run some sort of campaign like he is doing. I don't know to what purpose. I could not even imagine what mind games he is trying to play here. I just don't get it. But do you think this is going to kind of boil over or roll over into another big game that's coming up? This is the NFC game to really break down. It's the Lions versus the Eagles, two evenly matched teams here. Do you think that the AJ noise will interfere with this at all?
No,
I don't think so.
I'm telling you, they learned from 2023.
I don't think so at all.
So how do they stay above it, right? So how do they keep staying above the constant torrent? Because it's not going to go away. It's latched onto from sports radio to social media. Everyone is they're poking. They want to see a fight. Everybody wants to see a fight.
Keep winning. Keep winning. I want you to win next week by 2, and then the following week I want you to win by 1. And then the following week after that, I want you to win by 3. I want you to just fuck with this Philly sports media. That's all I want. But no, listen, like you said, winning cures everything. Winning makes everyone shut the hell up. Well, you would think it would. I do think the AJ Brown will be a little bit more involved this week. But as you alluded to, as Sean alluded to, getting ready for the following season, the conversation is going to need to be had that AJ Brown might not be the best receiver on this football team. Like that.
The man you're talking about, the man who catches daggers, right?
50-50 balls, and I'm always taking 95% of the time Schmitty. I don't know how he does it. He's the size of this pen, and I trust him every time.
Devontae Smith moves like a goddamn gazelle. Like there's no other way. He's just when you think the defender is on him within a distance, he just takes like one weird step, maybe a second or two before the ball lands, and he is 3 to 4 feet ahead of the guy when it looks like it's a real good coverage. So yeah, he's just crafty like that. It's nice to see him just evolve. For anyone who thinks he's favoring him, just watch the last 3 years and you'll watch daggers to Devontae all day long.
Well, and also, yes, I got to realize something. Devontae's greatest strength coming out of college is he was probably the best route runner in college football the year he came out in 2021. If you go back and watch his championship game highlights, he was making people look ridiculous, like absolutely look ridiculous with the way he just breaks and stops and and just goes off on people. And the conversation, it's a conversation nobody wants to have, but it's going to happen that Devontae Smith might be the best receiver on the Eagles. And that's a good thing. Like, it's always like, oh, he's too skinny. Well, Steve Smith was skinny. Marvin Harrison was skinny.
Yeah,
they're tough. Like, he's a beast. Like, when he's not getting cheap shot at by the New Orleans Saints, he's a beast. And I love Devontae Smith. I'm so glad I bought his salute to service jersey. He's the man.
Well, look, we all knew he was special coming out of school, and it was a while back. I posted that video that I showed to you, Chris, where these guys were going over his trophy count, all the trophies that and for people to think that he was never going to be a true number one wide receiver, they're crazy. And we're seeing it now. We're seeing him basically take over that mantle as the number one on this team for whatever reason. And don't get me wrong, AJ can turn it on in the flip of a switch and get 140 yards with 2 touchdowns. But there's a reason why there's that classic video of that Giants fan freaking out that the Eagles traded up to get Devontae Smith.
What could have been?
This is what we're seeing. This is it. And we've said before, he could be the number one wide receiver on 31 other teams. I mean, I'm talking like with teams like a Jamar Chase and a Justin Jefferson. He could outplay them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And just to think, if he could you imagine if there was a Devontae Smith on something like the Lions, right? Like he would be like almost the final piece that team needs. And I'm not saying St. Brown is a scrub. That's not, I don't want anyone to think that's what I just said. But for Jared Goff to have an additional weapon like that. So yes, I cannot stress to what Eric is saying more that Devontae Smith, whether it was by design or how he earned it, but he has absolutely secured his spot as far as it goes on this team. Now, I don't know if that means AJ's out, like you say, because he could just be AJ Brown and just do amazing things in one game. What do you think this week, Eric, is going to be the difference between the Eagles coming away with a win on Sunday night and the Lions coming away on Sunday night, considering they feel very evenly stacked up in terms of offenses? We now have a really new form defense, but what do you think? Is it the link? Is that the home field advantage? Is there something else that you think we have a special sauce for?
Well, the link is its own animal. I worked down there for 5 years. I got to see every single thing that happened in that stadium, good and bad. It is that stadium is like it's like another city within the city, and it is just like what am I going to say? How am I going to say it? For like it kind of reminds me of in the Batman Arkham Knight games. It's like Arkham City within Gotham City, like a big prison within the city. That's what it's like to me on game day down there. It's just bananas. It's absolute insanity. The home field advantage is definitely real in South Philadelphia. We may have a little bit of an advantage
going against them because it looks like Aiden Hutchinson may not be 100% to play in this game. He missed practice today due to an elbow injury.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he. Oh, dude, I'm on top of this shit. He missed.
Yep.
He missed practice today due to an elbow injury. Now, the type of player he is, I doubt he's going to miss the game, but he's definitely not going to be 100%.
I mean, we're supposed to have Lane back, so he would be going
Yes.
up against Lane, right? I'm assuming Hutchinson
Yes.
versus Lane is the kind of the big showdown of this game.
Yes, it's definitely a highlight matchup that you want to look at on game film at the end of after the game's over. So there's that factor there. Like I said, and then having Lane coming back, that also helps. So I don't know if there's technically a secret sauce, because I don't see Detroit being like Detroit that they were last year. They have their kinks in the armor as well. So they're a very beatable team.
Yeah, I do worry about whether if we have the corner speed for someone like St. Brown. I really do. Like, it just if I'm going to be honest about it, I don't know if I'm sold on the corner scheme. So, Fuzz, you're looking at me. I'm saying for them to contain everybody, right? Because of how dynamic St. Brown can be. I think our secondary is vulnerable to him, right? I do. So I think if you limit him in some way, if you shut him down, I think that's the top priority for the D this weekend. This weekend. Do I also think we need to learn better pacing? Yeah. We had no rhythm on Monday night. Now, is it because we were playing a tough defense? Yeah, but I've also been getting that nagging feeling like we are off the ability to move the ball like in a consistent fashion. As we've gotten down to the red zone, I feel like it looked like we were struggling against the Packers, but that's not the only team we've struggled in the red zone with. So I think we get to that and then just trust in Jalen. He just needs a clean game like always, right?
Oh, absolutely. He's got to limit those turnovers. Like, you can't have a fumble. You can't give Detroit any light. You can't give them an opening. I mean, we saw it best. Like Green Bay gave them one shot and it turned into a 36-yard touchdown pass. So, and Jalen is excellent at reading the defense now. He has. And that's another one I was just going to say. Like Sean just put up. Hope that Q follows St. Brown, but then that leaves Williams open.
Yeah.
It is going to be a tough test, but I would have Q on St. Brown all game. I would not have him off of him.
Oh, Quingon has to be on. 100%. Like, that's your best match. So, Fuzz, you looked at me like I was nuts when I was saying that. I'm not saying that we don't have an elite cornerback. I'm just saying once you put the one guy on that wide receiver, the Lions aren't without other players that they can't use. And so I think, like as Sean says, it leaves open just a few other elite guys or near elite guys that could be a problem. Are you on mute, bud? You're on mute, big boy.
You should have DeJean on Jamison Williams because Jamison Williams moves around a lot. Because he's a guy.
Moves like Maxie, dude. Moves like Maxie.
So I'm gonna. I have to share this video. I have to.
Oh, you gotta.
You remember that time when Brian Daboll turned down the Eagles head coaching gig? So we had to settle on Nick Sirianni?
No part to the Eagles.
I remember. Dodge that fucking bullet.
I love it. Like, his videos always crack me up.
E-Rock, he's so great.
But yeah, I think DeJean will follow Williams around. And I might be biased, but I think the Eagles fans are going to get the guff because all Eagles heard I want to play the Eagles fully healthy.
And now you have them. Now you have them. But the Lions is one of the top scoring offenses in the league. I think they're like 30 points per game. And they had 44 points last week. So they are a point producing machine. So I'm going to, I think, push back again. And I love AJ, but he made, I think, a comment like, you can't keep relying on the defense. And while I agree, when you're playing offensive juggernauts or other defensive juggernauts, you have to be okay with allowing other parts of the team to step up. And a 10-7 win is still, I still said win. So what do you guys think? Do you think the defense here is, you think Jalen Phillips is kind of like going to step back up in another big outing?
I do. I think he's 100% motivated to be on this team. He knows it's a great situation. They are coming off a Super Bowl victory. They are in a good position for the playoffs and a possible deep run again at 7-2. This really sparks a lot of juice in his system. The adrenaline's got to be flowing. He knows what could be. He knows that there's a real shot that this defense could help propel them to another game in the final game of the year in the Super Bowl. He's excited. He was one of the only Miami Dolphins, too, that had a very productive season under Vic Fangio when he was there. So he's excited to be with Vic again. You know, not too many Dolphins players were happy with Vic, except for him. He had a career season under him.
And this is the best defense that Goff is going to have played all year.
Yes.
Other than the Packers in week 1. It's going to be the best defense. It's going to be on Sunday Night Football. The lights might get too big. They might not. They might. But, you know, like they have to, the Lions still have to play us.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not. So let's talk about some injury issues that are going on with this game, because that might factor into it. So you got Lane Johnson, who was limited, so he may be returning. It's a good sign that he was limited and active in practice. Cam Jurgens actually was limited as well. So probably not, because he just started taking, practice for the first time since like week 7, and he had to stop. So I think this is a good step, but probably won't. Landon Dickerson, that's a newer. He hurt his quad, so I think it's going to be monitored throughout this week, but you'll ultimately see him in the game. I think Tyler Steen is out. He was limited again, but our O-line is getting banged up with this, so you've got that a little bit of interior depth with losing another guard. We got 2 guards that are out. Here's what is interesting that I did not know. I didn't know that Terrion Arnold is in concussion protocol for the Lions. Yep. So that's their top corner. He left. I know he left, but I did not know he may be unavailable. So that might open up AJ Brown so much in a way that I did not actually see until I just got this injury report on him. And then Joseph Kirby, which is their safety, he's been out for a few games. I don't think he's been he'll be missed, but obviously not as strong of a secondary with a scrub in there.
Right.
So do you guys think about anything about these injuries that may change the outcome of the game?
Well, the injury you were just talking about to the cornerback for Detroit, that definitely is going to play right into A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to tell us, too, a lot about A.J. Brown. Like, I really think after his last comments that were made, how he shows up and performs in this upcoming game, going against a lesser cornerback due to injury, if he has a subpar game and he's getting the looks, then there's something there. There's smoke to the fire. I mean, then I'm going to start saying, okay, maybe he's not trolling. Maybe there is something deeper that we just don't see. With that information you just gave us, it looks like he should have a good game. Like you would think that he's going to have a good game, that he should be open and a lot and should be able to get fed the ball a lot.
Yeah, you got a backup safety and a backup cornerback in there against 2 Pro Bowlers. It's
right.
Yeah, there's something you can seriously. Now, Patullo needs to take advantage of that, right? That this needs to be a planned thing of attack for this case.
No, you're exactly right. Like Patullo is getting a lot of bad press right now, whether it's deserving or not. But this is a game where he's got to be able to take advantage of the weaknesses that Detroit's coming into this game with, all around. Take advantage of Hutchinson being injured. Take advantage of the secondary is depleted. These are things that he has to game plan for, and Sirianni needs to be able to tell him, "Hey, look, you want to look for this. It's not always what's here. Also, look what's to your right or left. Look to see what other openings there are, because football is a chess game. That's all it is." So, Patullo needs to step up. He needs to needs to start getting consistent. I think this is a good start for that. Like this game could be a good stepping stone for that.
Yeah, and also, like you said, Arnold didn't practice, Hutchinson didn't practice, Kirby Joseph probably isn't playing, Sam Laporta didn't practice, their stud tackle Sewell didn't practice. So like, who's to say like that if they're shorthanded, maybe we'll be shorthanded too. So.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so we talked about the Eagles having the if Saquon is not eating, then you're obviously your wide receiver should be eating. Someone should be eating, right? There's 80 plays on the field. If Saquon's getting 30 of those, I guess, a game,
right.
You got to think to yourself, yeah, there's plenty to go around. I mean, I agree with all of that, but the Lions also have kind of that dual threat combo with Gibbs and St. Brown. I think there's a weakness that the Lions have, and I don't think they're very good at containing a mobile quarterback, which Jalen can be. Like, I think... I don't know if we're giving him the respect that he deserves there with he does have wheels. So I think we have an advantage there, but I don't know if that is something we are going to be able to exploit if we don't have that solid up front, because our offensive line is that's where we're hurting the most.
No, I mean that's valid. What do you think, Chris?
No, I 100% agree, man. Yeah, our offensive line's banged up, and if they can take advantage of it, Hurts has to know that that's coming. Yeah,
and I think that I don't know if the Lions' sloppy, play on mobile quarterbacks is just because they don't know how to contain it. They're not fast. I think it's because they're not fast. I think their front isn't fast enough to contain that. But there still needs to be a hole, right? If you can't create one for Saquon Barkley, that means if Jalen gets one, it's because everyone was holding the line, which is good enough for me, right? It's good enough. It creates an opportunity. So I don't need them to create a hole, but if you can hold the line for Jalen, that's your second choice. Okay. We might see a lot of rushing yards from Jalen.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. And then that'll be another narrative. Oh, look, here he goes. This MFer's just running again. Okay, good. Let him run. Don't get hurt. Slide.
So let's get into predictions so we can kind of close out the night. Let's talk about the odds and the spreads on this NFC heavyweight bout. Looks like the money line is plus 130 to Detroit. They're getting 2.5. And the points is 46.5. That's the over under. Okay, let's go with the over under first. You guys are over or under on 46.5?
No, they're gonna score. That game's gonna be like 34-28.
Okay, so you're over. Where are you at, Eric?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the over on this one too. Probably around the same score as Chris, like that kind of mindset.
You want to hear what's ridiculous? I'll tell you who's closer on it. It doesn't matter. You could have said over or under, and it's minus 106 for the under and minus 114 for the over. So it didn't really matter. They are literally dead heat for over under. So Vegas just knows points are going to be scored. That's all they know. I gave you the spread. I told you the 2.5. Are you taking the 2.5?
No.
I am. I'm taking a 2.5.
You're taking it. All right. It's a minus 106. Fuzzy, it's a minus 114. It doesn't matter. Once again, dead even. And the only thing that is really different is the money line bet. What do you think the Eagles are favored on the money line?
Money line, hold on. Plus 145 for the. No,
Plus 130. I gave you plus 130 for Detroit.
Then it's probably like minus 115, minus 120.
Eric?
Yeah, I'm gonna say about minus 115.
155. So this is where that's
Wow.
where the Eagles actually. I know it's not a lot, and we're talking about a close game, but that is where the Eagles get heavily favored on the money line win. So, look, what are your predictions for this score, Eric?
I'm thinking it's gonna be like 30-24, 30-17, something like that.
Okay. Are we going? So we're going to lock in 30-20 for you.
Yeah, 30-20.
30-20 goes to Eric. What do you got for us, Fuzz?
38-24.
38-24. Actually, I had 31-20.
Nice.
I had 31-20. So, yeah, it looks like we all feel like we have the Eagles in a win column here. I do not think at all we know the importance of this game. We know the significance of it. We are not underestimating the Lions. Where do you think the hardest won fight is going to be on the field for Sunday night?
Ooh, man, that's I don't know. What do you think, Chris? I'm not sure on this one.
What do you think the hardest
battle on the field is going to be for Sunday night? Like, where's it going to come down to? Dollars to donuts?
Hutchinson versus Lane.
Okay. That's I mean,
that's fair.
We don't know what kind of Lane we're getting, right?
Right.
Man, last time we saw him on the field, he looked confused, right? Did we saw it? He looked in pain.
He really did.
Yeah, it was to the point where I think he was so nauseous, he looked confused, he looked dazed, he looked like he was about to throw up, but that was a man in absolute pain.
Yeah, he was not. He was not in good shape coming out of that game. I was like, oh, not good.
Yeah, and they kept showing him on the sideline constantly on the bench, and I was like, every time they showed him, I was like, he's not looking any better. So I think that's a good point, Chris. I think the hardest battle is going to be for the Eagles is containing themselves on the sideline, right? If it doesn't go the right way right away, I don't want them to fall apart in the game. So I think they are their own problem in this game, more so than the Lions are a problem for them. And that's not to downplay the Lions as a team. And it's not that I'm not taking them serious. I just think we could do more damage to ourselves if it doesn't look great. We know how to come from behind and win. That's what we've been doing for the last 3-4 years. We are an awesome come from behind win team, or a dominant second half team, or whatever. We know how to adjust. I think we just need to just kind of let it go with the flow and don't panic and get angry. That's all.
Yeah, no, there's no way I can. I can't panic about anything. Not get angry. I can't. Just maybe get a little frustrated, maybe. But yeah, no, I can't. I can't get upset.
Yeah. And Chris, was I off about that? Do you think there's a chance to implode on the sidelines if it doesn't look like sunshine and rainbows?
No, I think you are. I don't think there'll be anything on the sideline.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I don't want there to be anything on the sideline.
Oh no. I think they'll be under control. I think it'll be good to go. So, I just.
Oh damn! Did you say this? Oh, you did say this. You did say Sam Laporta was out of practice. You did say that. You did say that.
This is what the game's going to be like.
Oh my lord. Oh yeah, he gone. Shit, he might be dead. Somebody check his pulse.
Oh, Jesus. He found Jesus.
I saw that someone sent that to me. I was like, God damn.
You know what? I'm going to start having kids start screaming in the hallways again because 6-7 has kind of, it's kind of lost its edge. I think I'm going to start having them scream stuff like, "Can I pet that dog?" I want them to yell that. I just want them to yell that, or "I so pal." Just something that's like a good callback of a
I got
meme.
one for you. Tommy! No,
they know South Park. No, South Park. They know South Park. All right, boys. Let's plug a few things. Let's plug some other shows. We got Sean Selby. Thank you for checking in from Corner Pub Sports.
Yep.
Great podcast. Their author Sean Selby, good-looking guy Sean Selby. Absolutely, 100%. I know my competition. Like you two ain't it. Sean Selby is. Just saying. Let's plug over the Quit Chasing podcast. I think they are on off-season hiatus right now. But Quit Chasing is with Danny and Alex. Check them out on YouTube. And we also have Drunk Phil's fans.
Go on their stuff. They're doing Drunk Phil's fan jackass. It's fucking hilarious.
I saw. They're grown men. They are absolute grown men doing this, and I am here for every second of it.
Oh yeah. And listen, their content's so good. They got people from other countries stealing their content, literally copying and pasting it and putting it in the same Phillies group like it's their own. It's a disgrace.
So, just so you guys aren't sure, I'll have up their page while the game is on, waiting for a reaction or a comment from something that happens in the game, and they never fail to deliver. They are just so good with one-liners, or they'll put up a short, quick video of something.
What did they put out the other day? Harrison Bader got injured opting out of his contract.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Brilliant. So they whatever success that if people are copying them, that's success, right? You deserve it, guys. You're hysterical.
So funny.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. So check them out. That's Drunk Phil's fans, DPF, right?
Yep.
And we're back next week, right? Next Wednesday. Are we going to stick with this 8:00 hour? You guys like it?
Yeah, we'll do the 8
I like
o'clock
this.
hour.
Yeah, I like this too. So this is our new time slot. We're going to move to 8:00. And
we
now,
were, like I said in the group chat, we were at 9 because my son played sports until 8:30, 8:45 at night, and now I'm sad. He's done all his
Now
high
I'm
school
sad.
sports.
he grew up, dude. Pretty
Don't-
soon he'll be
Shut
changing
up.
your diapers.
Shut up. Oh, well, that's fine. Yeah,
Too funny.
I'm not built for this. But Eric, talk about the Flyers podcast.
Yeah, we have the. It's going to be coming back this week. Our guy Jamie from Flyers Nitty Gritty has been a little busy with some personal stuff going on. You know, things here and there, kid stuff also. But he's going to be coming back. He's going to be talking Flyers hockey, which I'm actually watching the game right now. They're playing Edmonton and they're tied 1-1 with 2:35 to go in the second. Pretty good game so far. Yeah, no, he's going to be. Yeah, man, Michkov. Hey, man, they're playing Connor McDavid tonight, so this is a big game in South Philly.
Apparently,
especially for these
apparently Nick Seeler sent him into the Upside Down.
the Upside Down. Yeah, it's probably when I wasn't watching because I haven't seen it. I'll have to check it out on Twitter or X, whatever it's called. But yeah, no, man, no, we're going to have the Orange and Black podcast coming back. Jamie is. He's going to have some free time coming up, so the shows are probably going to be getting a little bit longer, and he's going to get some guests coming on. So it'll be interesting. Can't wait to get back behind the producer's board for it.
And we might, it's still in the talks, but me and Keith going to do like a 30 to 45 second show about the Sixers. No.
VJ's fun, man. He is.
He's fun to watch, ain't he?
He's so fun. I wish there was, and we're transitioning a little bit Sixers talk. I wish there was a little bit more of a role for Oubre to kind of flesh out into. He seems to be playing this. He changes his role as needed, and maybe that is how he's needed. But I would still like to see him. I know he's an off the bench guy right now and pulling incredible numbers when we need him to, but I think if he was a little bit more consistent in his role, he would produce more. That's how I feel about our team. They're exciting to watch again, exciting to talk about. So if you guys know anybody that is into podcasting, we would want you just to send us over like a 5-minute clip, maybe a 5 to 10 minute clip of a segment you would want to do. You can email that to counsilofdadsproductions@gmail. And if you can't figure out what I just said, we need someone a little bit more technical to kind of do podcasting and be a little bit more independent. So if you know how to reach out to us, you'll figure that out. But you can find us on Facebook at the Philly Podcast page. And you can connect with us through YouTube comments, and we will reach out to you.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean that sounds good. I don't know. I will say this: you got to go on Annie Agar's page. She's a huge Packers fan on her TikTok, and she's just she looks defeated. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. She is what Eagles fans look like after we win a game. like we won. And she's just.
Yeah. You're talking about that beat up mentality.
So I've not been thinking about tonight.
Oh, I've seen this. I've seen her. Yeah, I've seen.
She's funny.
Yeah, she's good. This is the one. This is the one I saw.
Look at her. Just look at the face. Like it's loading, but like
the hair, the face.
That's how Eagles fans
rough.
look.
Yeah, it's how we're acting, which is
I knew
crazy.
that was going to happen. That was some of the worst play calling I've ever seen on both sides. Kevin Petullo, terrible. Matt LaFleur is reaching Mike McCarthy levels of predictability, okay? 4th and 1 to end the game. We line up in shotgun and run the ball, and it's 4th and 1.
She cracks me up. God. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Sirianni,
I'm okay.
what were you doing at the end of that game? Thanks for the hope. Thanks for the hope, my guy. That was just a I'm not even surprised anymore. Knew that was going to happen.
Everyone got it wrong. Both coaches got it all wrong at the end.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So
I don't think they wanted to be there. It was 9 degrees.
Yeah. I mean, but it was just bad decision making on both sides of the ball for both coaches. I don't know what LaFleur was thinking. I have no idea. I don't have to know what he was thinking. I don't care. His mistake is definitely our benefit. But Nick, I mean, when I know you're calling it wrong and I'm just a schlub math teacher, I know it's bad. It's bad, bro.
Like when he threw that ball, I went, son of a bitch, I just want to go to bed. I'm like, if Brandon McManus hits this field goal in this wind, in this weather, I'm not staying up for overtime. I'm not.
Too funny.
All right. Good shit, guys.
Always a good show. And Eric, sign us off in your like cute little Adam Sandler fashion. Do it.
Well, everybody, thank you for watching the Philly Philly podcast.
What the it sounded like Grover. Sounded like Grover ate.
My nose got in the way. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, jeez.
No, but everyone, thank you for watching this episode of the Philly Philly podcast. As we mentioned just a minute ago, this will be our new time slot every Wednesday at 8 p.m. instead of 9 p.m. This way we hopefully have a producer every week now because he's not falling asleep in his chair waiting for us.
It's true.
No, everyone, thank you for checking in. Sean Selby, as always, thank you so much, my friend. And everyone, that's it. Peace out. See you guys next week, and go Birds.
Go Birds, dickhead.
Go Birds, dickhead.
Go Birds, dickhead.
Try and end it on your end.
Eric. Oh, it's not ending for you?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. End stream. I'll do it. Play outro and end stream.
You want Philly Philly?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's easy to sum it up. We talking about practice.
Because it's about as casual as it gets.
What's the problem now?
That's a clown question, bro.
I think we ought to change the beat name at least.
World champions!
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
Philadelphia, looking as only you can look. Woo!
Here we go, here we go.
I would have guaranteed that AJ would be the one that wants to dump it on Sirianni.
Let's see.
And Devontae, and
with the
either way.
Uh-oh. Good move there.
Oh.